Strangely, during Chinnaswami's last days, it was none other than Vishwanatha Swami who assisted him. Surprised, I asked him, "How could you do that after being so deeply hurt and insulted?" He replied, "When I was in Dindakal, Bhagavan appeared to me in a dream and asked me to come to Ramanashramam. I immediately left for the ashramam. It was 1953 and Bhagavan had already dropped his body. I had no idea why Bhagavan asked me to come. When I arrived, I found Chinnaswami fatally sick and with nobody to attend to him. I felt that this was the purpose for which Bhagavan had asked me to come. I waited on him day and night, nursed him and bathed him. One day, Chinnaswami held my hand and begged for forgiveness. It is sad, but Chinnaswami suffered gravely for his actions. Bhagavan had noticed all his mistakes and made him physically suffer and expiate. Chinnaswami spent his last 2 days looking at Bhagavan's picture, all the time chanting, "Ramana, Ramana, Ramana." At the time of his death, he stretched out his arms with his eyes closed, his face serene, happy and luminous. Bhagavan had come to take him and get him absorbed in Arunachala. Personally speaking, Chinnaswami has always been very kind to me. He would brush my teeth every morning, take me to Bhagavan and make me prostrate before him, saying, "Here is Bhagavan, our God." I am grateful to him for taking me to Bhagavan's presence, the sacredness of which I didn't understand then, but which I now gratefully remember. When I was 4 or 5 years old, I used to run away from home and go to Ramanashramam all alone. In those days, the streets were dark and desolate. The first time I did this, Chinnaswami was taken aback. He asked me, "Why did you come?" "I had a disagreement with my father, so I walked away," I replied. He immediately took me to Bhagavan and said, "He has walked all the way alone without fear." He hastened to add, "I have already informed his father." Bhagavan looked at me and gave a mischievous smile which I remember very well, but which I could not understand then. Chinnaswami then took me to the office where he used to sleep on a comfortable bed and offered it to me. "Why did Bhagavan smile at me?" I asked. "When you were 2 years old, you got into an empty bullock cart which was yoked to a bull. Its driver too wasn't around. Startled by a visitor suddenly opening an umbrella, the bull sped away with the cart into the town. We frantically searched for you in the ashramam, but you could not be found. We went to Bhagavan and informed him that you were missing. Bhagavan said, 'What can we do? Running away from home is built into our family.'" "What did he mean by that?" I asked, puzzled. "Bhagavan's father had an elder brother called Venkateshayar. He had also run away from home on a spiritual quest," Chinnaswami informed me. When I was in charge of constructing Bhagavan's Samadhi Hall, I encountered many problems. One day Mrs. Taler Khan told me, "All these problems will be solved." I looked at her questioningly. She continued, "Last night Bhagavan appeared to me in a dream and said, 'Tell Ganeshan to take up the construction of Chinnaswami Samadhi alongside and everything will be all right.' With Bhagavan's grace, I managed to construct his and Niranjanananda Swami Samadhi simultaneously. The consecration ceremony was done in 1967 of all 3 Samadhis, Mother Ajhalagammal's, Bhagavan's and Chinnaswami's. Being involved in building Chinnaswami's Samadhi, I was going to place a stone tablet which would simply read Niranjanananda Swami with his birth and death dates. Instead, the stone cutter sent me a tablet on which was etched Niranjanananda Swami absorbed in Arunachala on 29/1/1953. This thrilled me, and later in the 15 Samadhis that were built, I used a similar tablet for each devotee. For example, absorbed in Arunachala, Muruganar; absorbed in Arunachala, Kunjaswami; absorbed in Arunachala, Major Chadwick. Let us remember Chinnaswami, one of the biggest boulders that rolled down from Arunachala to serve our Master, the Master whose only mission, if at all he had a mission, is to make his own state available to all of us, the state of I Am.